Yeah.
Bob Marley is someone who is a symbol of Jamaica and the reggae music culture. So if we're gonna have a biopic about Bob Marley at large, I think there has to be like personalities or characters in that movie who can demonstrate that life of Bob Marley in the best way, so that we as Jamaicans would appreciate it much and the entire world, because the entire world love Jamaica for what we are and the culture that we live by, and the culture that actually demarcate Jamaica from any other islands is our patois. And Bob Marley is one of those artists which represent Jamaica by singing. Even though the world is connected to Bob Marley because of the way he deliver himself,
Right.
it is because of his culture and the reggae music that he currently he was singing at the time. Sorry, singing at the time. So and it's all about Jamaica. So just to piggyback on your topic, I think if there should be anyone that's representing the Bob Marley in his biopic, I think it should be a Jamaican. And why I said it should be a Jamaican, because a
Mm.
Jamaican speaks a language. They know the language in and out. They speak it better than any other foreigners. Not to say I'm trying to put down another foreign national or say that they cannot do, but we are Jamaica. We are brand Jamaica. We represent Jamaica. So whatever we're gonna be doing and represent Jamaica, it has to be a Jamaican who is actually doing this. So that's why I'm saying that I think it should be a Jamaican who is representing Bob Marley in this movie, because the world will connect more with Bob Marley and see, at least get a better perspective of what Bob Marley stand for, his lifestyle and the culture that he actually was living by. So I
Right.
said because I've seen wearing like there was a the person that they selected for as Bob Marley's character. I think his name was Ben Adair. They selected Ben Adair in 2022,
Right.
and Ben Adair there was an uproar about it because the mass was saying that Ben Adair will not truly represents Jamaica's culture, because he's from a different country. He's a British accent. So think about it. Somebody from England is representing Jamaica and speaking patois. You will never get the true essence of Jamaican culture when you have somebody doing that. Not to say that they cannot truly give the real picture of Bob Marley, because if somebody is an actor, they can act and they can tell a story, because I maybe I could see the reason why they're choosing a foreigner, because they're not just thinking about a Jamaican. They're thinking of someone who can do real acting and represents Bob Marley in the sense that the world can get to see exactly what Bob Marley has been through. But I'm just talking from a Jamaican perspective, but I'm also representing for world, because as I said before, we want the sons of Bob Marley or his family. They're probably looking at it from that angle, that they're not just doing it to say, oh, we are represent for Jamaica. This is a business. We want to get a world audience so that
Right.
we can gather more mass. Even though Bob Marley has a huge mass internationally, they might be thinking that, oh well, we if we're thinking about sales and revenue, then this is something that we're doing for the entire world. So in order to break barriers in terms of language, that's why they're choosing to use somebody from like a different country who
Right.
can represent. So that's why I think that's the case. But on the other hand, though, Jamaicans need their culture to be represented by someone who can who can do that the best. And the best person to do that is a Jamaican. Um, there's also Kimani Marley. Kimani Marley is, I think he's an actor. He has acted in other movies. So I'm thinking that why they wouldn't choose Kimani Marley as a person who represent Bob Marley, knowing that he's a son of Bob Marley. I think
Yeah.
he knows his dad's best.
Right.
He's a person who can act out his life, even though maybe at the time when Bob Marley was alive, he was probably a child. So most of the things that he actually learned about Bob Marley was him growing up and looking back on videos and looking at Bob Marley's performance. So it's not like you might have a lot of first-hand experience with his dad, but the fact still remain that his son should be the person who represents Bob Marley in that biopic, because he will give a better representation of his dad and a better representation of Jamaica and the culture at large. Because if he's representing Jamaica, like a lot of people will connect. Because think about it, the most people that connect with Bob Marley is because of what Bob Marley, the things that Bob Marley do back in the days. I mean, you see him smoking, his Rastafarianism culture.